Hello and welcome to my League One Game Week 37 predictions. If you do like League One predictions, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. Hit the notification bell while you're at it as well. And yeah, let's just dive straight into my League One Game Week 37 predictions. Straight into the 12:30 kickoffs then at Lincoln taking on Stockport, I should say. Stockport's away form is very good, as we know. Lincoln, top of the league now after that win at Cardiff last Saturday. Of course, a big win for them at the LNER. They also beat Exeter last night as well, which was a big win in the league for them, and they are currently running away with it from Cardiff City at the moment. Could they get to 100 points? We'll have to wait and see. I think it'd be very difficult for them, but we'll have to wait and see. Stockport with a big win over Doncaster Rovers last night by a goal to nil. They did lose away at Stevenage. That was the weekend, sorry, bit of disappointing defeat for them on that one. EFL Trophy semi-final, of course, away at Doncaster as well. Yeah, 28th of February. No, they haven't played in a week because of postponements for FA Cup and all that whatnot. First at Lincoln, fifth sits Stockport. Lincoln scored 13 in the last 5. Lincoln sits second at home this season. Kept the most clean sheets in the league with 15 so far. 6 goals in the last 5 for Stockport, and Ollie Norwood has created the most big chances for Stockport County this season with 13 and second in the division. Head-to-heads look like there's 2-1 away win for Lincoln on Boxing Day last season. Last time they played at the LNER was a 2-1 home win for Lincoln over Stockport on the 26th of October 2024. 3 wins for Lincoln, 3 draws, 3 wins for Stockport. Lincoln are going to win this. I think it'd be a tight game. I think Lincoln just get over the line. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home Lincoln City win in this one over a Stockport side that don't look just not what they were from last season. But yeah, Lincoln to win this by 2, cost 1. Rotherham versus Bolton is up next then at the New York Stadium. Back-to-back wins for Bolton over Exeter and Wycombe recently. Huddersfield, Rotherham did lose away at Huddersfield, of course, only winning their last 5, coming at home to Plymouth. 3rd versus 22nd in the table at the moment. Rotherham are looking to stay up. They'll be fighting for their lives come the end of the season. 2 goals in the last 5 matches for them. Haven't scored in the last 2 matches. Sam Nombe has the most shots on target per match for Rotherham United. Bolton have scored 12 in their last 5 as well and haven't kept a clean sheet. In sixth either, I should say, Bolton have won the previous 2 games against Rotherham United in this one. Head-to-heads look like this. 2-1 home win for Bolton over Rotherham. Last they did play on the 26th of December. 7 wins for Rotherham, 1 draw, 5 wins for Bolton. Difficult one to call this one, or is it? I think Bolton could run away with this one, but I think it might be just tight than people expect. I'm going to go for a narrow 2-1 Bolton away win over Rotherham United in this one, and Bolton to just get over the line here against Rotherham. Doncaster versus Blackpool is next then at the Eco Power Stadium in Doncaster. Doncaster did they can't be in the EFL Trophy game last night. What was the data saying? Anyway, 1-1 draw against Luton last night, I should say. For them, they will take that. I guess kind of gets them a point closer to safety. Blackpool and Wigan played out a 1-1 draw, 4-0 loss for Blackpool over Lincoln. Before that, they're really both sides towards bottom. Big game in the relegation race. Actually, 3 losses on the bats for Doncaster. Before that, Stockport. Oh no, Stockport haven't played since last week. Well, I'm just talking absolute rubbish. Doncaster played 2 games since then. Head-to-heads look like this anyway against Blackpool. 1-0 home win for Blackpool early in the season. Last time they played at Donny was all the way back in lockdown. It wasn't in lockdown, but it was on the 24th of November 2020. Oh no, that would have been lockdown. Yeah, anyway, COVID. 3-2 home win for Doncaster that day. 4 wins for Donny, 4 draws, 10 wins for Blackpool. Blackpool do have pretty good head-to-head. They do seem to find a result somewhere. I'm just going to sit on the fence in this one. We're going to be back to about 1-1 draws for Doncaster Rovers, as they're going to draw at home to Blackpool in this one. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw between these 2 here. Exeter versus Cardiff is next then at St James's Park. Some Barcelona fans ended up at the wrong St James's Park, I think. That could just be absolute waffle, but I've seen that somewhere. I meant to go to Newcastle, of course, but Exeter take on a Cardiff side that did draw away at Barnsley most recently. They did lose at home to Lincoln as well, which wasn't particularly great for them in that one. Back-to-back defeats for Exeter against Barnsley and against Lincoln. Lincoln are a good side though, as we know. Cardiff did beat Exeter by a goal to 0 on the 26th of December on Boxing Day. Last time they played at Exeter was all the way back in 2016 in a club friendly. They did play each other in the EFL Trophy. The friendly was 3-0 win for Exeter. The EFL Trophy goes a 1-0 away win for Cardiff City in that one. 1 win for Exeter, 1 draw, 2 wins for Cardiff. Exeter scored 6 in their last 5, haven't kept a clean sheet, and 6 haven't won in 10 though. Cardiff have scored 11 in their last 5 and won the previous 2 matches against Exeter City and ranked 2nd away from home this season. I'm going to back Brian Barry Murphy's side in this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away Cardiff City win. I think Exeter will score, as they always do score at home, I think. And yeah, 2-1 to Exeter over, 2-1 to Cardiff over Exeter here at St James's Park. Leyton Orient versus Peterborough is next at the Bet-Right Stadium. Leyton Orient with a big away win over Stevenage. Last time out with a couple goals from Ballard in that one. Peterborough did a draw 3-3 with Exeter, 1-1 draw. The fixtures are all over the place in League One at the moment, it has to be said. 30 to sit Peterborough, 90 to sit Leyton Orient at the moment. Leyton Orient scored 7 in their last 5, haven't kept a clean sheet in 5. Don Ballard is the top scorer despite Leyton Orient sitting down in 19th in the table. Peterborough, have scored 7 in their last 5, haven't kept a clean sheet in 8. Which is a bit of a problem. 5 wins for Leyton Orient, 5 draws, 6 wins for Peterborough. 1-0 home win for Peterborough earlier in the season, courtesy of who scored that day? Frith scored that day for Peterborough. Last time they played Leyton Orient was way back September 2024. Was a 2-2 draw between the sides. I think I'm going to back Leyton Orient to get over the line in this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home Leyton Orient win. Then they're going to finally get back-to-back wins in the league, and as they're towards the bottom, they need to start winning some games under Richie Wellens, and that is exactly what they are doing. 2-1 to Leyton Orient here. Mansfield versus Barnsley is next then at the one called Mansfield, putting up a really, really good performance against Arsenal last time out at the weekend, and then they did go and beat Reading in the league as well that was last night, that one, with a 1-0 home win over Reading by Louis Reed again, who is scoring the goals and is banging them in for Mansfield, probably one of the best players in League One this season. Barnsley unbeaten in 2 for them, win over Exeter, draw against Cardiff. Head-to-heads look like this, 3-2 away win for Mansfield last time they did play. Mansfield did beat them as well at their place, and they also beat them at the start of last season, of course, as well. Mansfield have 3 wins over Barnsley, 0 draws and 0 wins for Barnsley. Not been a great head-to-head start for Barnsley over Mansfield so far. Mansfield scored 4 in their last 5, conceded the most penalties in the division with 8. Mansfield have won the previous 3 matches against Barnsley. Barnsley have scored 7 in their last 5, haven't kept a clean sheet in 20 matches. Average 1.6 goals a game do Barnsley. Are they going to finally break that hoodoo and at least get a point against Mansfield? I don't think they are. I think Mansfield are going to win this. I'm going to go for another 2-1. May sound boring, but I just can't see teams just breaking down each other this comfortably, as I think most of these games are quite tight. But yeah, 2-1 to Mansfield over Barnsley. Northampton Burton is up next then at Sixfields. Northampton 4 losses out of the last 5. Burton 2 losses out of the last 3. Of course, 17th versus 23rd in the table right now. Northampton have 3 goals in their last 5 matches. They haven't kept a clean sheet in 6, mind you. Haven't won in 7 either, which is big problems for Kevin Nolan's side at the moment. Gary Bay, Burton have scored 5 in their last 5. Tyrese Shader's got the most shots on target per match with 1.5 average. Kyron Lofthouse has been a star player for Burton, has created their most big chances this season. 8 wins for Northampton, 3 draws, 8 wins for Burton. Last time Burton did play was all the way back when on Boxing Day, and Burton won that by 5 goals to 1 there. Last time did play all the way back when Northampton was a 0-0 draw on the 31st of August. 2024 they did play in the EFL Trophy, but I'm not counting that. 5-2 win for Burton that time around. Burton are going to win this. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away Burton Albion victory in this one at Sixfields. Burton's away form is kind of good, kind of bad. You never know what Burton will turn up. But yeah, back in Burton to get over the line over Northampton in this one by 1-0. Port Vale against Huddersfield, then at Vale Park. Port Vale coming off the back of that big 1-0 win over Bristol City and Sunderland in the FA Cup. They did the FA Cup double in the space of a few days. Huddersfield, 2 out of the last 3. Home win against Barnsley, home win against Rotherham. Did lose in there against Wigan, though, which was a bit disappointing. They also lost to Doncaster and Stevenage. Only 1-goal games in 4 of those games. Involving Huddersfield Town at the moment. The only game that didn't in their last 5 was a 2-1 home win over Barnsley. 5-0 win for Huddersfield earlier in the season over bottom side Port Vale. I think this game might be a bit tighter. They also played in the 2017 FA Cup, 4-0 win that day. Last time they did play at Port Vale was way back when, 2011, 4-2 away winners for Huddersfield that day. Lee Novak getting on the score sheet that day. 3 wins for Huddersfield, 0 wins for Port Vale, and 0 draws. I'm going to back a draw in this one. I'm going to back a boring 0-0. Liam Manning's games have been very, very tight so far this season. I don't think Port Vale are going to exactly hit the ground running. So, yeah, 0-0 between Port Vale and Huddersfield here. Reading versus Plymouth is up next then at the Select Car Leasing Stadium, or the Medeski, or whatever you want to call it. Reading did lose away at Mansfield, bit of a disappointing defeat for them, kind of stopped their playoff hopes in their tracks a little bit there. They've scored 7 in their last 5, of course, haven't kept a clean sheet in 8. Reading have won the last 3 games against Plymouth, which is a bit of a surprise. 11 goals in the last 5 for Plymouth, ranked 3rd away from home this season. They're right back in this playoff race. Plymouth are go back-to-back wins over Doncaster and Wigan. 4-1 away win for Reading over Plymouth. Last time they did play on Boxing Day. Reading 3 wins on the trot, of course, and that's the only head-to-head, so 0 wins and 0 draws in there for Plymouth. Yeah, I think Plymouth have been doing okay. They've started to hit the ground running a bit. I think this will be a good game of football, actually. I'm actually going to back a 2... No, I'm actually going to go for a 3-2 away Plymouth win. I think there's going to be a few goals in this. Reading quite good at home. Plymouth quite good away, and Reading definitely will make this difficult, but I think the away side are actually going to win this by 3-2 away at the Majeski. So, yeah, 3-2 to Plymouth over Reading here at the Select Car Leasing. Stevenage Wimbledon is next at the Stevenage FC Stadium. I don't know why it's called that. I still call it the Lamex, but whatever. Stevenage did lose at home, unfortunately, to Leyton Orient. Wimbledon did beat Northampton last time out, and that was on Sunday afternoon, of course. This is 8th versus 14th. Stevenage, a bit of a crap loss, as they did beat Burton and Stockport before that. They would have looked to win that one. 7 in the last 5 for Stevenage. Wimbledon have scored 10 in their last 5 as well. Steve Seven has created the most big chances for Wimbledon, ex-Birmingham, by the way. Jamie Reid has the most shots on target per match for Stevenage. Harvey White has created the most big chances for Stevenage this season. They will be looking for a return to winning ways in this one. Stevenage early in the season was an 0-0 draw on Boxing Day last Sunday, play all the way back when at Stevenage was a 2-1 home win on the 15th of April. 8 wins for Stevenage, 4 draws, 1 win for Wimbledon. Difficult one to call. I think I'm just narrowly going to back Stevenage in this one. I'm going to go for a 1-0 scrappy. Hope Stevenage win. They need to win. They've got to find a win out of somewhere, and I think they're going to do it here against Wimbledon by a 1-0. Wigan versus Bradford is next then at the Brick Community Stadium. Wigan losing 3-0 home to Plymouth, which was a really unfortunate defeat last time out. Again, absolutely trounced, but Plymouth's away form is pretty handy as well in the league. Bradford, win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. Does that mean they're going to lose this one? We'll have to wait and find out. Taking on a Wigan side that are just right outside the relegation zone, fighting for their lives down at the bottom of the League One table at the moment. 5 goals in their last 5 for Wigan. Bradford scored 6 in their last 5. Max Powell's created the most big chances for Bradford this season as well. 2-1 home win for Bradford over Wigan earlier in the season on Boxing Day, way back when they did play at Wigan. Was a 2-1 away win for Bradford on the 18th of November 2017. 2 wins for Wigan, 3 draws, 2 wins for Bradford City. Bradford should get over the line, but I don't think it's kind of one of the games Bradford would draw, and I'm going to back a draw in this one. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw between Wigan and Bradford. I don't think there's going to be a lot to separate them, and I think Bradford are going to drop some more points here. Wycombe versus Luton is next at Adams Park, the final game of this match day we are predicting. Wycombe did lose away at Bolton, very unlucky to lose that. They got Boltoned at the end of that. 11th sit Luton at the moment. Wycombe sit 19th, of course. Luton did draw away at Doncaster as well last night. Luton did lose at home to Reading as well. They haven't won in 2. Their last win did come against Northampton. 3 wins for Wycombe, 3 draws, 8 wins for Luton. Luton have a pretty good head-to-head record. Leicester did play on Boxing Day. Was a 4-0 home win for Luton over Wycombe. Earlier in the season was a 3-1 away win for Luton over Wycombe on the 10th of April 2021. Wycombe at home. I mean, they're usually quite good at home, and I'm actually going to back them to win this. I'm going to go for quite a big scoreline as well. I'm going to go for 3-1 home Wycombe win. I don't think that's going to come in, but who knows? You never know. Like, this kind of game, Luton would go and win. They go and lose to like somebody like Northampton at home, but then they go and beat like Plymouth away or something. It's just bizarre. Anyway, I don't know if they have done that this season, but that's just me just making an assumption up. 3-1 Wycombe home win over Luton there. Thank you very much for watching my League One Game Week 37 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be Championship predictions tomorrow, so don't forget to stay tuned for that.